I'm one of your hosts, Chris Visano.
And I'm one of your hosts, James Lynch.
Me?
Yes.
And I'm one of your hosts, David Reyes.
And today our guest is Kitty Fitzpatrick, CEO of Engage at Vista Life Innovations. And we will ask her a handful of questions today, starting with David.
Kitty, how many Vista musicals did you perform and what characters did you play?
Oh my goodness, that's a great question. I've been in 8 musicals and we've done a total of 10, so the other 2 I had the pleasure of supporting backstage, which was a lot of fun. So I've played a variety of characters, starting with Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. I was one of our narrators, and then in Wizard of Oz, I played Glinda. Man of La Mancha, I was Aldonza, and then most recently Paulette in Legally Blonde.
What made you want to be in Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat in 2014?
So that's a great question. I was doing similar work as I do at Vista with another organization, and then I saw a flyer for auditions for Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, and I said, wow, like these are my 2 passions kind of combined into one thing. So it was a really exciting opportunity, and I just kind of kept coming back year after year as a community member and really enjoyed the students and members and staff. So I made the switch to start working at Vista.
That's great. And what is your favorite part of performing?
My favorite part of performing, I would say, is the camaraderie that you find with your castmates. You know, once you get to the theater, you're kind of off and running, and it's you're kind of down to business. But I think during the rehearsal process, the relationships that are formed, and then the support you're able to give or receive from your fellow castmates is a really cool thing.
Yeah, it's very community-based.
Yes.
James?
And you can make a lot of friends with it.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Leads me to believe, when did you start working at Vista?
So I started working at Vista in 2016. I first started as our benefits and advocacy manager, and then I am in the position now that I have is Senior Director of Engage Services.
Did you like both of those?
Yeah, I'd say when I started in the benefits and advocacy position, I learned a whole lot, which was really exciting to me. It was something different, and I feel like the knowledge I was able to gain in that position just helps me in the position that I am in now. And certainly doing what I am doing now, I love it. I get to work with lots of different people, students and members, as well as staff, doing lots of different things, and that's just really exciting to me.
Is there a reason why you like working as the Senior Director of Engage?
I think it's being able to see the impact that is made on our students and members, and to see the impact that our students and members have on our local communities. It's a
pleasure
for me to be able to be a part of. I feel really lucky.
Well, I'm sorry.
That's wonderful. You must learn a lot, huh?
Absolutely. And I've learned so much from our students and members. They've taught me about themselves, but I've also learned a lot about myself, through my career here. It's a really special thing to me.
And we're all graduating. We're about to go into Engage.
I know, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
It's right around the corner.
Yes.
And I'm so thrilled that the 3 of you are going to be joining the Engage program. And
Yes.
there's just a whole lot of wonderful things to come for all of you.
Yes.
Will you be attending the graduation?
I will certainly be there. I'll be there with bells on.
Yes.
Well, we'll look for you. And that's it for Vista Voices. See you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Katie.
Welcome to Lynch's Monthly Sports Jam. Hello, I'm your host, and today we are going to discover Mets slugger outfielder Brandon Nimmo that has been on the team since 2016. That was after he got drafted by the Mets in 2011 during the first round of the MLB draft as the outfielder. He was drafted right out of Chesney East High School in Chesney, Wyoming, but did not play high school baseball. Instead, with Wyoming being one of 3 states to not offer high school baseball, Brandon played in the American Legend Baseball League. That is where the New York Mets scouted him, along with the several other events too, like the Under Armour All-American baseball game. This game actually took place at Wrigley Field in Chicago, Major League Baseball's second oldest ballpark behind Fenway Park in Boston. When the Mets drafted him with the 13th overall pick in the first round, that made him become the highest player out of Wyoming, while being ranked number 35 out of the top 50. Prospects at the time, which is very impressive considering not a lot of teams thought he was a good enough ball player at the time. Now we look at him, even though it took about 4 years to make his major league debut, making these adjustments. When healthy, Brandon got better and better as the years kept growing, with lots of chemistry, as long as he stayed healthy each year. After setting records in 2022 that no one probably thought that he was good enough for a decent contract for 8 years to re-sign with the Mets. For getting much more healthier, especially in the 2022 season, made him the slugger. Made the slugger play in 151 games at left center field. Definitely made the team that drafted him sign him long term. At last, He was flexible in 2024 to play left field after the Mets signed another slugger outfielder in Harrison Bader, who is now on the Minnesota Twins and who will likely be on the move as the trade deadline nears. Thank you for joining me today on Lynch's Monthly Sports Jam. See you next time.
Welcome to Dave's Dugout. Hi, I am David Reese, and I am going to talk about this week's sports highlights. This week in baseball, Aaron Judge was put on the injured list. This will be a challenge for the Yankees as Judge is one of the best hitters in baseball. This week in golf, the Free Championship was in Minnesota. Kurt K won. This week in soccer, the women's Euro Cup was held in Switzerland. England won a contested title in overtime. This week in cycling, the Tour de France concluded its 3-week race. The winner was Tadej Pogačar. It was his 4th victory. My favorite game of the week was Red Sox versus Dodgers. Both teams have won championships and are rivals. The game I am looking forward to next is the Ryder Cup golf tournament. USA versus Europe in New York. It is a big rivalry. My MVP of the week is Mookie Betts because my MVP of the week is Mookie Betts because his return to Boston after winning World Series in 2018. See you next time at the dugout.
Hello and welcome to Real Deal. I'm your host, Chris Fasano, And in today's special, I will be sharing with you my passion for the movies and some of the people who make this magic possible. Today I will be sharing my 3 favorite directors of all time, starting with number 3, Steven Spielberg, who was responsible for making billions with his big budget extravaganzas like Jurassic Park and the first 4 Indiana Jones movies. However, he has embellished our imaginations through point of views of children like in E.T. or the terrified grandchildren in Jurassic Park. Spielberg is one of the most versatile directors in the business. He mixes childlike wonder with deep chunks of reality. He has displayed the grim consequences of war in movies like Schindler's List and Saving Private Ryan. Spielberg is one of my favorite directors because of his longevity as a filmmaker and the impact of his movies. When I saw Raiders of the Lost Ark for the first time, it captured my imagination in a way not possible before. Number 2 is Martin Scorsese. Scorsese captures raw intensity in his performances, as well as a wicked sense of humor in his films. In the cities of Boston, New York, or Las Vegas, he can always capture an enterprise filled with allure and destruction, which is usually his calling card. Number 1 with this honor is Stanley Kubrick. He is the master of metaphors and unexpected symbolism, is what he is known for in films like 2001: A Space Odyssey and underrated gem Barry Lyndon. From The Shining to Eyes Wide Shut, Kubrick achieved what no other filmmaker could garner, the understanding of what it means to be a true filmmaker. He was gone too soon, but still I always remember how his movies made me feel. Thank you for watching Real Deal, and tune in for more reviews.